don't have much of a chance to win a ball game.
No, you've got to limit your opponent's second chance opportunities, and you got to try to maximize your own.
What I think for our Wildcats tonight, what we need to get into is we need to focus on feeding the inside tonight. We need to I think tonight's a great opportunity to work on that and get that ready and mastered out by the time district goes around next week, because it's going to be big, because we can't live by the three and die by the three.
No.
We've got to be able to feed inside, and I think if we'd have done that a little bit more last Friday night, then that game probably would have been a lot different, especially there in the third quarter.
And we did see that a little bit last Friday night. We started off the game hot. I mean, came in Canfield with a 3 right out of the gate. Logan Davis knocked down 2 back-to-back. Case Bryant had 4 in the first half, but then as we started the second half, that three-point shot cooled off, and Perry County, the way they were crashing the boards, and we just weren't getting the rebounds, and that was kind of the difference in the ball game. So I'm right there with you. We got some, you got some size inside between Case Butler and Cason Mosley. You get those guys inside and feed them a little bit, let them use their size to try to get some points underneath the basket.
Hey, you can easily get Kamen down in there, Kamen's real good down low. And Drew, he makes some nice moves off penetration, off driving the ball there. I think our student section's already getting into it. I think that last time we played them, we spread the points out very well, because Kamen Canfield only had 16 that match.
Right.
And but I expect Kamen to come out a little harder tonight. He's got a fire. It's his senior year. This could be the last chance he gets against Clifton or Frank Hughes. So, I think that he might want to come out and compete real hard and put on a show for his Wildcats.
I'm inclined to agree. So we're going to bring you that action. We got tip-off happening here in about 9.5 minutes. Stay right here with us. This is Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies Radio.
basketball action between the Lions of Frank Hughes and your Wayne County High School Wildcats. At this time, let's meet our guests from Frank Hughes. Number 4, Hazen Simmons. Number 5, Devin Dykes.
So we're getting ready to start the boys' game here tonight. Lady Cats victorious 65-31, the final score over the Frank Hughes Lady Lions. Will, you got starting lineups for us here, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm going to start with the Lions, all right? I got number 4, Hazen Simmons, number 24, Wyatt McLean, number 20, Sammy Ray, and the number 31, Tucker Staggs, who's a big threat. Down inside, number 5, Devin Dykes. We got to keep him at bay. For our Wayne County High School Wildcats, it's going to be number 10, Logan Davis, number 12, Case Bryant, number 25, Cayman Canfield, number 32, Nate Davis, and number 33, Case Butler. Really looking forward to this matchup tonight against the Wildcats and the Lions, as I'm sure the Lions are wanting a little bit of revenge, but the Cats are wanting to prove their dominance here tonight.
And this is one of those opportunities, I think, you hate to call any game a must win, but I really feel like the Cats have got to win tonight to try to keep themselves in position in district. You know, we lost the 2 to Perry County. You've got you've already won 1 against Collinwood and against Frank Hughes. A win here tonight all but locks up the number 2 seed in the district.
Now, tell me, the Clifton and Collinwood, have they split? They split.
They split. Yes, they split.
Right, so, you know, it's going to be really big. I think if Wayne County wins this tonight, that they hold on to second place.
Yeah.
Regardless of what happens Friday night.
Exactly. So the tip controlled by Wayne County as Butler gets the ball and gets it over to Nate Beavis, who gives it to Logan Davis. Davis working against Dykes, finds Case Bryant. Bryant swings it back around to Davis. Davis finds Nate Beavis. Beavis now has the ball driving inside. He gets cut off, and instead he gets the ball back to Canfield. Canfield trailing, swings it back out to Davis. Davis gets it back over to Canfield. Canfield with a shot fake. Now the feed inside to Butler. Butler gives over to Nate Beavis, and Beavis tries to get it back out to Davis, and the steal going to be taken away by Devin Dykes, and we're going to get a foul called here early. That foul, I believe, is going to go against Logan Davis. That's going to be his first foul of the game, first team foul against Wayne County. It'll be Frank Hughes basketball here. McLean working with the basketball, brings the ball up the floor. He swings the ball over to Staggs. Staggs gets the ball back around to Dykes. Dykes with the shot fake. He thought about it.
Don't leave him open.
No, definitely not. And he passes the ball, tries to get it back over to McLean. The ball out of bounds off McLean, going to turn the ball back over to Wayne County. Got to play some clean basketball here. As now Logan Davis takes the inbounds. He's going to bring the ball up the floor. He's working it on the right side of the floor. He swings it over to Case Bryant. Bryant gets over to Canfield. Canfield with a three-pointer out of the corner, no good. And the ball collected by Devin Dykes. Now Dykes brings the ball back up the floor for Frank Hughes.
That was a good box out by Simmons.
If it was.
Able to keep Nate away from the rebounds. But then he waves up the student section.
Yep. Now McLean takes the ball driving inside. He tries to pass it to Staggs, cut to the basket. Canfield comes out with it, gives it to Case Bryant up the floor. And Case Bryant with a layup on the finish gives Wayne County an early 2-0 advantage here.
So he got up right there.
I think McLean would have had that one if he'd just taken it himself. Instead, he tried to get a little cute, get it to Staggs. Yeah. Now he swings the ball back around over to, I don't have who that is, number 4, that's Simmons?
Yeah, that's Simmons.
Simmons, and then 20 is Ray. Okay, Sammy Ray. Devin Dykes now with the basketball, gets it back over to Staggs. Staggs swings it back around to Simmons. Simmons pulls up the three-pointer, off the mark, no good, and the ball going to be collected by Case Butler. Butler hands the ball over to Cayman Canfield. Canfield finds a streaking Case Bryant once again to the basket. Case Bryant with 2 early layups here gives the Cats an early 4-0 advantage.
Yeah, nice look by the senior right there.
Yeah. Now Dykes with the basketball, and Dykes is going to get fouled. I'm not sure about that one. That one was a little chippy.
Case Butler.
And that's going to be a foul against Case Butler. So Case is going to pick up his first foul of the game, second team foul against Wayne County. The inbounds comes to Simmons. Simmons gives the ball over to McLean, back over to Simmons. Simmons gives it to Staggs over in the elbow. He swings it back around to Ray. Ray over to Simmons. Simmons with a shot fake, now the dribble, and he goes to give the ball back to Dykus. Ball tipped by Cayman Canfield, out of bounds off Wayne County. It's going to be Frank Hughes basketball. 5:24 to go here in the first quarter. Wayne County with a 4-0 lead over Frank Hughes.
I told you Cayman come ready to play. That's 2 deflections he should have got.
Yes, it is. Now Simmons with the basketball, works against Beavis. He tries to go inside. He gives the ball to Staggs. Staggs tries to drive, and he gets cut off. Now he gives the ball back to McLean. McLean trapped in the corner, finds Ray inside. Ray working against Case Butler, and he tosses the ball out to Simmons. Simmons just lets the ball go, and it goes out of bounds off Frank Hughes.
It hit the ref's foot right there, so it's going to go out of bounds regardless.
Yep.
But I don't think players understand that the refs are part of the floor, so if it hits the ref, it's still in play.
Yep. Logan Davis brings the ball up the floor for Wayne County. He gets the ball over to Canfield, swings it back around to Beavis. Now Beavis to Davis over on the elbow. Finds Case Bryant at the top of the key, and Case Bryant knocks in the three-pointer from the top of the key. Case Bryant is on fire this evening. 7 points for Case Bryant. Gives Wayne County a 7-0 advantage. Now Simmons passes the ball across to Staggs. He gives it back over to Simmons in the corner. Simmons with the dribble drive inside. Nice spin move. He puts a shot up, no good. Rebound boxed out and collected by Butler. Butler gives the ball over to Davis, and Davis brings the ball back up the floor. Now over to Canfield. Canfield with the three-point shot in and out of the cylinder.
Nice hustle.
Yes, it is. And the ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Case Butler. So that's going to turn the ball back over to Frank Hughes.
Yeah, number 20, Ray, was kind of sandwiched in between those guys. I don't think he would even have a chance to even touch that ball. I think both of the Wildcats were able to get a little hand on it before it went out of bounds right there.
Dykus brings the ball back up the floor. He gives the ball over to Sammy Ray. Back to McLean, swings it back around to Dykus. Dykus with a shot fake, now working against Davis.
Oh, that's
a little bit of a push-off, no call. Shot no good, but the rebound and the pushback by Staggs. Staggs for 2 points puts the Lions on the scoreboard. It's a 7-2 basketball game. I'm like you, that was a push-off there. Should have been a call, but no call.
Yeah, but you know, you got to box out Staggs. I'm telling you, he's going to crash the boards. That's where he got most of his points last time we played them.
Pass to Canfield at the top of the key, and Canfield with a silky smooth three-point shot. Makes it an 8-point advantage for Wayne County. 10-2 your score. And now Dykus brings the ball back up the floor for Frank Hughes. Gets the ball over to Ray. Ray swings it around to McLean. McLean wants to go inside, but nobody there. Instead, he finds Simmons in the corner. Simmons with the screen gets an easy three-point shot, and that one falls through. 10-5 the advantage now. Wayne County out in front. Case Bryant, Butler brings the ball. Bryant brings the ball to the floor. He gives it over to Canfield in the corner, and Canfield with another three-point shot. This one from the corner drops through.
Beautiful. You can tell that's rehearsed. You know, that's second nature for him. Maybe first nature.
Cayman is just so silky smooth there. Now the three-point shot by Dykus, short off the front of the iron, no good. Canfield comes out with the basketball. He wanted to find somebody to go to, and he gets it over to Beavis, who finds Case Bryant in the corner. Bryant shot off the mark, no good. The ball tipped by Sawyer Ray out of bounds off of Frank Hughes. It's going to be Wayne County basketball as Beavis and Butler go to the sideline, and Bogus and Mosley check into the game for the Cats.
Yeah, I thought Beavis had a last hand on that.
Yeah, I thought so too. But now the inbound pass straight to Canfield. Canfield just catches and shoots. Another three-pointer for Canfield. That's 3 in a row for Cayman right here on this end of the floor, and he has blown open an 11-point advantage for the Wildcats over the lines of Frank Hughes. Now Simmons with the basketball, pulls up from about 18 feet, misses everything, and Staggs saves the ball back in, but right to Case Bryant. Bryant gets the ball over to Bogus. Bogus kicks it out to Davis. Davis over to Canfield. Wide open three at the top of the and Canfield now 4 threes in a row. Canfield has come to play tonight.
Yes, he sure has, man. Man, you don't see that happen very often. What a shot on that kid.
You know, at some point in time, Frank Hughes is going to put a defender on him.
I'm surprised the timeout wasn't called.
I kind of am too. You would think Coach Love would call timeout at this point in time, but I guess he just wants to let it play out. Dykus with the basketball. He's working against Logan Davis. Davis right in front of him. Now Mosley comes in and gives a little assist there. They get the ball across to Simmons with a pull-up from about the free throw line. That one's going to fall through and be good. Makes it a 19-7 game. Wayne County out in front. Canfield brings the ball up the floor. He stops, pops, and shoots off the back of the iron. No good. And Simmons comes in and collects the rebound. He gives the ball back over to Dykus. Now Dykus going to bring the ball up the floor for Frank Hughes. Dykus wants to drive and go all the way. He got a little cute with the layup there and missed everything. No good off the back of the glass. Now Davis comes out with it on the other end, and Logan Davis goes back and finishes. 21-7 your score with 1 minute to play here. Wayne County taking a commanding 14-point lead here in the first quarter of this game.
Beautiful transition right there. Way to get down the floor and lay that in. He drew the contact too, so if they wanted to call the foul there, they could have.
They could have. Shot fake by Simmons. Canfield right in his face, so he gives the ball over to Staggs. Now Staggs gives the ball to Dykus. Dykus, again, getting a little pushy there with that right arm. Now Simmons with the ball drives inside, working against Bogus, and he goes up and over him for an easy two there. 21-9 your score now. Wayne County out in front with the ball. 26 seconds left to play. Davis is going to hold the ball and dribble out at the top of the key, and I believe the Cats are going to slow down and try to hold here for the last shot of the quarter.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to try to get it to Griner Cannon.
Hands the ball to Bryant, to Canfield rather. Canfield swings it over to Bryant. Bryant back around to Davis. Davis with the shot fake and the feed inside to Bogus. Bogus slits the double team, and the basket is good as Drew Bogus goes in with a nice spin move and finishes. Your score at the end of the first quarter, Wayne County 23, Frank Hughes 9. We'll be right back with second quarter action. This is Wayne County basketball on Big Old Blues Radio. I'm not calling them Beavers and Butthead.
Yeah, I know you are, man. Why are we chanting USA?
Started the second quarter, Wayne County with a 23-9 advantage over Frank Hughes. Cayman Canfield with a huge first quarter there, Will.
Man, you can't shoot better than that, bro. I just said that about Prairie County the other night. And, you can't, in single A basketball, you do not shoot better than that.
No.
And for them right there, the Wildcats, that first quarter, what did we miss, 2 shots?
Mm-hmm.
That's two that I remember anyways. Man, that's impressive.
It's going to be Frank Hughes basketball to start the second quarter. Mosley, Bogus, Beavis, Warren Canfield, and Cayman Canfield on the floor to start the second quarter of action for the Cats. Starting 5 on the floor for Frank Hughes. Ray with the basketball gets the ball over to Simmons. Now Simmons dribbling, working against Cayman Canfield. He works against the screen, tries to go inside. Canfield cuts him off. Instead, he passes it out to Staggs. Staggs gets the ball over to Dykus. Dykus working against Beavis is going to go around him, drive inside. The layup no good, and rebound collected by Drew Bogus.
I thought for sure he had an easy lay-in.
I did too. Bogus gets the ball up the floor to Warren G. Warren G finds Mosley inside. Mosley with the layup no good, and it's going to go off of Mosley out of bounds. Turn the ball back over to Frank Hughes. Good move inside. Just couldn't finish.
I think he lost the rim a little bit, and that's why he had too much on it. I think he thought he was going to go underneath it and hit it on the other side. Instead, he was directly underneath it and tried to hook shot it and just rode around and fell right out.
Dykus brings the ball up the floor, swings over to McLean. Now Simmons with the basketball, finds Staggs. Staggs working along the baseline. Passes right along underneath to McLean. McLean with
they
the
called a foul
shot.
on Mosley there. That was on the floor.
Okay.
Kaysen does have to have quicker feet than what he's had right there. You can't afford for the feet to lag around.
So that's first foul against Kaysen Mosley's first team foul against Wayne County here in the second quarter. But that's going to take those points off the board.
5 seconds.
And now we got a 5-second call as McLean was trying to get the ball in bounds. He had Warren Canfield right in his face, and great defense by Warren G, forcing that 5-second violation.
Warren G's got some good defense as well.
Yes, he does. Now Warren brings the ball up the floor, gets it over to Mosley. Mosley swings it around to Bogus. Now Bogus gets it back around to Beavis. Back to Mosley. Mosley inside the Canfield. Canfield with a turn and the pull-up jumper. No good. Ball gets right there with the rebound, and he goes back up, and he's going to get fouled. The shot no good, but that's going to put Bogus on the line with a chance to shoot two.
Yeah, on that, number 20 got the rebound off that when they called the foul, and he slammed the ball. And I'm actually a little impressed that the refs didn't call a technical.
Yep. So that foul is going to go against McLean. That's going to be his first foul of the game, first team foul against Frank Hughes here. Bogus' first shot off the mark, no good. Bogus' second shot away, and that one's off the back of the rim, no good. But Canfield comes in, collects the rebound, and we're going to get a whistle. And I believe that's going to be, what do we have here? They're walking, okay, Mosley's got looks like a little blood coming off of him. So Casey Mosley's going to have to go back to the bench and get some medical attention. That's going to bring Butler back into the game. As not sure exactly what happened there.
Well, I was wondering what was going on. I thought there was something, because we were looking over here. Mm-hmm. I thought something off the ball happened right there.
Warren G takes the ball out right on the baseline and finds a cutting Cayman Canfield to the basket. Cayman lays it in easily, makes it a 25-9 game, and Dykes brings the ball back up the floor for Frank Hughes.
Frank Hughes is getting very close to getting an illegal swing called on him like that one right there.
Mm-hmm. Swings it back over to Ray. Ray gives it to McLean. McLean swings it back around, and the ball now loose. Gathered by McLean. Finds Simmons over in the corner. Now Simmons dribbles, turns, and spins inside. And he puts up a shot, no good, but we're going to get a foul called. I believe that's going to go against Case Butler. So that'll be his second team foul against the Cats.
No, they called against Warren.
They called Warren G on that one. So Warren Canfield with his first foul of the game. That's going to bring Logan Davis back into the game as Drew Bogus is going to go to the bench.
Simmons made his first free throw, and his second
one was good. 2 for 2 on that trip for Simmons. So now Canfield brings the ball up the floor for the Cats. He gives the ball back over to Davis. Davis swings it back to Cayman. Cayman gets a cutting Nate Beavis underneath. Beavis goes up with the shot. Shot is no good, but the foul is going to be called. This one's going to go against Staggs, and that's going to be Staggs' first foul. Second team foul now against Frank Hughes. That's going to put Nate Beavis at the line to shoot two.
That's their second team foul for this quarter, but it's also their second team foul for the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they played a clean first first quarter.
Man, we got to hit free throws.
We do. Off the front of the iron, no good for the first shot.
We haven't hit a free throw yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was just a total free throw.
Well, but you got to convert them, though. I mean, that's...
There we go.
Nate knocks down the second one. So Nate 1 for 2 on that trip, makes it a 26-11 game. Now Dykes brings the ball back up the floor for Frank Hughes. Working against Logan Davis. Cats in a man-to-man defense, and that's going to be a pass. Try to get it inside, and it goes over everybody and out of bounds, nearly to the concession stand. There's going to be Wayne County basketball with 5:55 to go here in the first half. Wayne County with a 15-point advantage here early.
They're going with a 5-hour offense right here. Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what they're running. Never mind. That is a 5-hour offense.
Yeah. Davis with a pass over to Canfield. Canfield with a three-pointer, and that three-point shot is up and good. Cayman Canfield, I believe that's 17 for Cayman right now?
He's up there. Yeah, that's 17 for him. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to have Jason James come out here and show my son how to shoot.
Simmons gets the ball back over to Devin Dykes. Now Devin Dykes pulls up a three-pointer, and that three-point shot for Dykes is going to be good. So Canfield with the three and Dykes with the answer on the other end makes it back to a 15-point game. Now Davis with the basketball dribbles out at the top of the key. He swings it back around to Canfield. Canfield gets it over to Beavis. Beavis gets it back over to Davis. Davis wanted to work the corner. Instead, he goes inside to Canfield. Canfield finds Case Bryant open on the corner. Bryant's three-pointer off the mark, no good. And the rebound going to be collected by Frank Hughes. Simmons going to bring the ball back up the floor here.
See, watch Tucker right there, and he going to set his screen.
Yep. Dykes with the basketball, driving against Davis along the baseline. He goes up in traffic, puts up a shot off the mark, no good. But the rebound pulled down by Sammy Ray, and the putback. I did that the other night. I kept calling him Sawyer Ray. Sawyer, shout out to you, brother, if you're listening.
Well, at least you're not calling one of these guys Will Mosley.
Well, I will be by the time the game is over, I promise you. Davis with the basketball now, swings it around to Beavis, who finds Case Butler. Beavis to Butler for the finish. And nice layup there for Case. Puts the Cats back up 31-16. Now Simmons with the basketball working the other end of the floor. He pulls up from three, in, out, and back through. That ball went in and out of the cylinder, kissed off the backboard, and dropped back through the rim. It's now a 12-point basketball game, 31-19. 3:53 to go here in the first half. Case Bryant with the basketball, works it inside to Case Butler. Butler kicks it out to Logan Davis. Davis with a three-pointer, and Logan knocks down that three. Makes it a 15-point advantage for the Cats once again. Now Simmons brings the ball back up the floor for Frank Hughes. Good movement by the Cats offensively. Now we just got to settle in and play a little defense. Dykes pulls up a three-pointer, and Dykes with another answer. You cannot give Dykes an open look. If he gets a look, he's going to shoot. And if he shoots it, he's going to make it.
Well, I'll tell you why he got both of those looks. The screens that they've been setting, instead of trying to roll off of them, they were holding it. Yep. When you hold that screen, it gives that guy a little bit more time, just the space that he needs to shoot that shot.
Oh, now the pass inside to Butler. Butler tries to get it back out. Instead, Dykes puts his hands up and intercepts the ball. He's going to bring it back all the way. He goes up, and he's going to get called for a travel. So the travel call against Evan Dyke is going to turn the ball back over to the Cats. 34-22 your score. Wayne County out in front. We're just inside 3 minutes to play here in the first half of action.
And that whistle blew right there. I thought they were calling the foul.
I thought they were too. I was just looking to see who was going to go against. Then I saw the travel call. Davis gets the ball over to Beavis. Now Beavis works back across to Case Bryant. Bryant gets it to Davis. Davis inside to Case Butler. Butler goes up with a finish and one. Case Butler with the layup there and draws the foul against Evan Dykes. Dykes is going to pick up his first foul of the game. That's going to be 3 team fouls against Frank Hughes, and that's going to put Case Butler at the line with an opportunity to convert a 3-point play.
I think that's his third one in 2 games, and once. He had 2 against Hurricane.
Margus checks into the game, and Beavis is going to get an opportunity to go to the bench. And Case Butler shooting. Now Case Butler is going to go to the sideline as Mosley comes back into the game for the Cats. 2:43 to play. Wayne County with a 15-point advantage. It's 37-22. Inbounds pass to Simmons, and Simmons brings the ball up the floor for the Lions.
Simmons is very athletic too. You know, we talk about keeping the ball out of Dykes' hands, but Simmons has a nice clutch shot when he jumps way in the air, and it's got a very high release.
Simmons with the pass fake inside. Instead, he gives it back out to McLean. McLean over to Staggs, swings it back around to Sammy Ray. Now, Sammy Ray wants to go down low, but he doesn't have anybody there, so he gets it back out to Dykes. Dykes with a deep three-pointer. That one's going to be too strong off the back of the iron, no good, and the ball out of bounds. Nice hustle play by Simmons trying to save that one, but not quite able to get it, and now he needs a little help getting out of the stands.
It looks like he ran over Brandy Carroll over there.
Yes, he did. I think she saw her life flash before her eyes. Margus brings the ball up the floor for the Cats, swings it over to Logan Davis. Now Davis tries to bring it around. He gives it back over to Mosley. Now Mosley inside to Canfield, kicks it out to Bogus. Bogus drives along the baseline, pulls up, shot no good. Rebound collected by Staggs and cleared out Simmons. Now Simmons brings the ball back up the floor. He's working against Mosley. He wants to drive inside. Instead, he's cut off there. Gives the ball back over to Staggs. Staggs now inside to Sammy Ray. Ray working, and he loses the handle, comes out of it with Casey Mosley comes out with it. Shot no good, but Mosley's going to get fouled. He went hard to the wall, but I think he's okay. He'll be all right.
He hit the wall after he hit the floor. So.
Yeah. He'll be all right.
So tell him family the way I got to look for that.
Yes, sir. Foul goes against Simmons. That's going to be his first foul, 4th team foul now against Frank Hughes. That puts Casey Mosley at the line. First shot for Mosley is good. Warren G going to check back into the game for the Cats as Case Bryant gets an opportunity to go take a breather. Second shot for Mosley on the way. Off the mark, no good, but the rebound collected by Canfield, and Canfield with the putback makes it a 40-22 game. Wayne County with an 18-point advantage. Now Dyke is back up the floor, drives against Logan Davis, and we're going to get a foul called. Logan was in good position, but they're going to call him on the contact foul. So Logan's going to pick up his second foul of the game, 13th foul now against Wayne County.
Better get him out while you can.
And checking into the game for Frank Hughes is going to be
Travis Gockenat.
Thank you. Gockenat is checking in. McLean with the inbounds to Gockenat in the backcourt. Close to the backcourt anyway. Now Dykus with the basketball, works up, loses the handle. Davis comes out with it. Now Davis, 1 against 4, puts up a running shot, no good, but he is going to get fouled, and that's going to put him at the line to shoot too. I have no idea who they're going to call this one against.
It should be number 4. Yeah, he's got
Simmons. Yep. So Simmons picks up his second foul of the game. That's 15 foul now against Frank Hughes. That puts the Cats in the bonus for the remainder of the half.
Great free throw shooter right here too. That's one of the ones you want to have at the line.
First one's through. Logan with an opportunity to give the Cats a 20-point advantage right here as Case Butler's going to check back into the game. Looks like he's going to come back in for Davis after Davis makes his second shot.
Smart choice. 2 fouls. You want him.
Yep, there it is. Davis knocks down that second shot, and Case Butler checks back in, puts Davis on the bench.
So now you're probably going to have Warren and Vargas be the ball handlers bringing it up.
Yep. Now Simmons brings the ball back up the floor. 42-22 your score with 1 minute to play here in the first half of action. The student section not happy about something.
They're messing with Simmons.
Yeah, I guess.
There's some history there.
Okay, now Simmons with the ball, he passes back to Dykus. Dykus drives.
Nice move.
Working against Canfield. Good move there. Puts him shot off the mark, no good. Rebound collected by Frank Hughes. Pass out to Gockenat. Gives it over to McLean. McLean with a 3-point shot at the top of the key, and he knocks that one through. We got 30 seconds to go here as Warren Canfield brings the ball back up the floor for Wayne County. 42-25. Canfield to Canfield. Now Kamen with the ball, gives it back over to Mosley. Mosley over to Vargas. Vargas gets it back out to Kamen Canfield. Canfield's going to hold the ball out near midcourt. It looks like the Cats are going to try to hold here for the last shot. Now the pass back out to Warren Kamen Canfield inside to Mosley. Mosley's layup is going to be no good, but he's going to get fouled. And that's going to put Mosley at the line with an opportunity to shoot 2 here. 4.7 seconds to go here in the first half. That foul went against Sammy Ray. That's his first foul. And again, the Lions already having committed more than 5 fouls. That put the Cats are in the bonus. First shot for Mosley is good. Jason's second shot is on the way. And that one is short. Rebound going to be collected and gathered by Frank Hughes, and we're going to get. They're going to call Kamen on that. Really? That was the cheapest foul I've ever seen.
He had the ball in his hands, and the kid was still boxing him out.
Yeah, pretty much. Simmons, and now Simmons with the ball, and Kamen. Let's go. Still in the basket, right here underneath the basket. Well, Kamen with active hands just stripped the ball away from him and put it through. 45-25 your score at the first half. And here at halftime, the Cats with a 20-point advantage. Stay right here with us. We'll have first half stats and analysis. You're listening to Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies Radio. 45-25 your score. Wayne County over Frank Hughes is the score at the half. Will, I believe you got some first half stats for us, sir?
I do. We have for the Lions, number 5, Devin Dykes has 6 with 2 threes there in the second quarter. Number 4, Hazen Simmons is leading the Lions with 12. He's hit 2 threes. He's 100% of the free throw line with 2 for 2, and then he's had a couple of buckets underneath the rim there. And number 24, Wyatt McLean, he's also hit a 3 there in the second quarter. He has 3 points. Number 20, Sammy Ray has 2 for the second quarter, and it was that rebound he got down there off of Dykes' wild shot. And number 31, Tucker Staggs, he also has 2. And for our Wayne County High School Wildcats, number 10, Logan Davis, he has, well, I wrote 5, but that's wrong. He has 7. And Case Bryant has 7 as well. Number 25, Cayman Canfield, has 21. Number 32, Nate Beavis, has 1. Number 33, Case Butler, has 5. Number 21, Cason Mosley, has 2. He's 2 for 4. He's 50% from the free throw line tonight. And number 22, Drew Bogus, has 2 points that he got in the first quarter. He's 0 for 2 right now from behind the free throw line. So, if you want turnovers, the Cats have 2 for the half, and the Lions have a total of 10 for the half. The foul count, Wayne County has 6, and Frank Hughes has 6 as well. So foul count's pretty even. Of course, all 6 fouls for the Frank Hughes Lions came there in the second quarter. So we look forward to the second half here on what's going to happen. I do believe that the Cats are going to come out just as much hungry and just as much on fire and ready to rock with the Wildcats ahead by 20 right now.
Yeah. The one thing I would like to see personally out of the Cats a little bit differently here in the second half, and I would kind of hope that maybe they're being coached on it here. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I'm just going to say this. I see too much of the shooter standing there watching his shot. Well, go chase that ball down, man. If that ball goes in and out, you got to be in position to get that board. We saw it against Perry County the other night, and that was the difference of the game. One team crashed the boards, one team did not.
Yep.
And
we are expecting our taller ones, our big guys, our bigs, to get the boards, and you can see that. When you said that for a second, I'm glad I didn't try to interrupt you there because I thought that you were going to talk about the offense there. But yes, we are going to have to start crashing the rim. I understand you sending one down the floor. Maybe, it'd be the shooter. Usually you tell the shooter to crash because they got a touch, especially the real shooter.
Yeah.
They have a touch. I explained it to my son one time. We were just kind of hooping around playing. And then I said, that's off. And I just kept saying it every time. Not every time I shot, but a lot of times I shot. And he's like, how do you know that it's off? I was like, man, when you shoot enough basketball, you know.
Feel it. Yeah.
And then you can watch these guys, especially Cayman Canfield, Case Bryant, guys who spend a ton of time shooting. Even Logan Davis, I've seen him do it. When they shoot that shot, whether it's inside the perimeter or outside the perimeter, a lot of times they can feel whether it's off a little bit. It's how it comes off your hand. That's how you know. But we definitely, I agree with you, brother. We do got to get more we got to get on more on the offensive boards, and defense as well. We're doing a decent job, but we'll have several strong possessions with good box outs.
Yes.
I said that earlier when they let Tucker Staggs slide in there, and then they let number 20, which number 20 he didn't fly in there from the opposite side.
Yeah.
But still, and he just got lucky and kind of fell in his hands. You can tell he's done that a time or two. But the Cats have got to get their tail ends into somebody. We've been saying this game after game after game, and I guarantee you the coaches are telling them too.
Yep.
Get your tail in.
I will check it.
Not on the radio.
Not on the radio. Welcome back, Wayne County basketball fans. The start of second half, 47-25. Cayman Canfield scores an early 2-point basket for Wayne County. Now Frank Hughes with the ball on the other end of the floor. McLean working to try to get inside. Butler with the steal, and he's going to give the ball to Canfield. Canfield's going to bring the ball back up the floor. Bryant with the ball, kicks it back to Canfield. Canfield gets it back over to Case Bryant. Bryant with a deep three. Ooh. That one's going to fall through. Nothing but net. Gets him 10 points for the night. And Wayne County has doubled up Frank Hughes here, 50-25. Dykes brings the ball back up the floor for Frank Hughes. Gives the ball back over to McLean. Now McLean working inside, gets the ball over to Simmons. Simmons with a three-point shot off the mark, no good. Rebound collected by Logan Davis. Davis brings the ball back up, gives the ball over to Canfield. Canfield with a three-point shot. From the elbow, knocks down a three. Opens up a 28-point advantage for Wayne County here in the third quarter. These Wildcats have come alive here in the third quarter, and they're bringing it.
I really like what I see them by. They're coming out, they're playing aggressively defensively, crashing the boards already. I like it.
Now Simmons with the basketball pulls up the shot, no good. Rebound collected by Case Butler, and Butler tries to save the ball. As they're going out of bounds, we're going to get a foul called against 24. That's Wyatt McLean. Picks up a foul here. That should be his third foul of the game. First team foul. Excuse me, second foul against McLean. First team foul against Frank Hughes here in the third quarter of action. Davis brings the ball back up the floor. Gets it over to Butler. Butler now working back around. Gets over to Case Bryant. Bryant with the shot fake gives it to Davis. Davis in the corner over to Canfield. Off the mark, no good. And Nate Beavis up in the air gets the rebound. He finds Case Bryant. Bryant from the elbow with the three-pointer. He knocks it down.
That's his third one of the match.
Bryant now with 13 points on the night. Now Dyke is working against the double team. Gives the ball back over to Simmons. Simmons now working. Gives the ball over to McLean. Now McLean gives it back to Dykes. Dykes with a deep three. Going to be short, miss everything. And that's going to go out of bounds off of Frank Hughes. It's going to be Wayne County basketball. Davis brings the ball back up the floor for Wayne County. And he's looking to Coach Franks to get the play call. Now Davis gives the ball over to Bryant. Bryant feeds it down to Cayman Canfield. Canfield kicks out, passes across to Beavis. Beavis up with the shot. I believe we're going to get a whistle. I'm not sure if that foul is going to, that basket's going to count or not. Let's see.
Yeah, it should.
It should, but yes, the basket by Beavis is good. And then the foul committed underneath against Dykes. That's going to be his second foul, second team foul against Frank Hughes. And that's going to put Beavis at the line with an opportunity to convert a three-point play. Checking into the game for Frank Hughes is number 25. That's Tristan Witherspoon coming into the game. He gets it. Beavis hits the free throw, converts the three-point play. And now Warren Canfield checks into the game as Case Bryant goes back to the bench. McLean's going to bring the ball back up the floor for Frank Hughes. Passes the ball over to Garcinet. Gives the ball back over to Dykes. Now Dykes working inside, and we're going to get another foul called. This one, I believe, going to go against Davis.
That's going to be his third.
That's third foul against Logan Davis. First team foul against Wayne County here in the third quarter. 59-25 your score. Wayne County out in front with 5:15 to play. Case Bryant, Case Bryant checks back into the game as Davis goes back to the bench with three fouls. Dykes with the ball working against Cayman Canfield. He dribbles, drives around, and comes up and just misses the layup there. Butler clears out the rebound. Gives the ball back over to Canfield. Now Canfield brings the ball back up the floor. He pulls up from three, no good. Rebound collected by Staggs, and Staggs gives the ball to Dykes. Dykes is going to bring the ball back up the floor for Frank Hughes. He gives the ball over to McLean. McLean working against Warren G. Gives the ball to Staggs. Now Staggs back to McLean. McLean brings it back around. Finds Staggs open underneath. Staggs goes up, and Case Butler with a block, but we're going to get a whistle called there. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wayne County. Now checking into the game for Wayne County, it's going to be number 11, Lawson Staggs, number 22, Drew Bogus, and number 21, Kason Mosley.
That's Lawson Stegall, bro.
No, Stegall, sorry. I don't know what I said there. It wasn't the right word.
You said Staggs.
Sorry, my fault.
Well, I think Staggs was inbounding there, wasn't he?
Yes, Staggs was on the inbound. That's probably where I was messed up. All right, Case Bryant brings the ball up the floor for the Cats. Tries to get the ball back over to Drew Bogus, and the ball tipped out of bounds by Devin Dykus. So the ball is going to be Wayne County basketball. Now coming into the game for Frank Hughes is at 21.
Yeah, it's Braden Filial.
Filial checks into the game. Stegall with the basketball for Wayne County. Works to his left, passes over to Warren G. Now Warren inside to Mosley. Mosley comes back out. He gets the ball, tries to get it back over to Warren Canfield. The ball out of bounds off of Dykus with the tip there. So it's still going to be Wayne County ball. Inbounds to Stegall. Lawson's got the ball now. He brings it across and tries to get it over to Case Bryant. He stole it back. Now he does find Case Bryant. Bryant drives along the baseline, puts up a running layup, no good. Rebound collected by Devin Dykus. Dykus going to come out with it, and he's going to drive it back up the floor, and we're going to get a foul called. That one's going to go against Warren Canfield. That should be his second foul of the game. 13th foul against Wayne County.
Yeah, I don't. You know, Charlie used to do that move all the time when we was playing against each other back in the day. It used to drive me crazy.
Inbounds to Witherspoon, gives it back over to Dykus. Dykus finds McLean. McLean loses the handle, and we're going to get a scrum on the floor now. Case Bryant comes out with it. Bryant working against Garcinet, goes with the layup, and I believe that shot was affected there. And we're going to get a tie-up underneath the basket as Dykus came out with it, and Kason Mosley got in there and got his hands on the basketball, forced a jump ball. Possession's going to remain with Frank Hughes, and now McLean's going to bring the ball back up the floor for the Lions. 3:37 to go here, 59-25 your score, Wayne County out in front. Dykus dribbling left with the basketball, now reverses, drives up the lane. Shot's going to be no good, but we're going to get a foul call. That's going to put Dykus on the line to shoot two.
I don't know if they're going to call it on Kason or Drew.
That's,
yeah. Call it on Kason.
I was going to say I'm waiting for the call to see who it goes against. So Kason Mosley gets called with a foul there. That's going to be his second foul of the game, third team foul against the Cats. First shot for Dykus, no good. That's not very often you see Dykus miss one like that.
No, he's a good kid. He's a good shooter, too.
Mm-hmm. Second shot for Dykus is up, and it is good. 59-26 your score. Stegall brings the ball back up the floor for Wayne County. Passes the ball, tries to get it over to Warren Canfield, and the ball tipped by Garcinet. Last touch by Canfield as it goes out of bounds, and that's going to turn the ball back over to Frank Hughes.
Looks like they brought Simmons back in.
Simmons has come back into the game. He gives the ball into Dykus. Dykus kicks it over to McLean. McLean with a three-pointer. No good. Rebound collected by Mosley, and Mosley's going to bring it back up the floor. Now he looks to get it inside to Bogus. Bogus goes up and grabs the ball, and he's able to control it. Shot off the mark, no good. Rebound collected by Warren Canfield. He finds Mosley. Mosley with a layup, no good. Rebound collected by Dykus, and now Dykus is going to get fouled. Mosley coming in trying to steal the ball away, and he's going to pick up his third foul, fourth team foul against Wayne County here in the third quarter. So with 2:57 to go, Frank Hughes will be in the bonus on the next foul, and they'll be shooting the rest of the way. Dykus working with the basketball against Bogus. He gives it over to Simmons. As Simmons swings around, pulls up from just inside the three-point arc. No good. Rebound collected by Canfield. Warren passes ahead to Drew Bogus. Bogus goes up, and we're going to get a foul called against Simmons. Simmons trying to get in position to get the charge. Not able to set his feet, and that's going to be a foul against Simmons. Should be his third. That'll be three team fouls against Frank Hughes. Now that's going to put Bogus at the line to shoot two.
No, he wasn't in very good position right there. He was it looked like he was already kind of leaning back there. Did he hit the basket?
They gave him the basket and the shot there, so converts the three-point play there. I was thinking the foul was on the shot prior to the shot, but I guess they gave it to him. Now Dykus brings the ball back up the floor, and he's going to get fouled underneath the basket there. That's going to be the first foul for Drew Bogus. 15 foul now against Wayne County. Dykes at the line to shoot 2. He makes the first one.
Well, if you're Frank Hughes, that's who you want off the line right now.
Yes, sir. Second shot for Dykes is off the front of the rim, no good.
Yeah, they call a foul.
Now fighting for the basketball, Bogus gets knocked to the floor, and we're going to get a foul called against Frank Hughes, so that's going to go to the other. No, it's not going to go to the other end of the floor. It's going to be Wayne County basketball.
That was Braden Filial with it picking up his first.
Filial picks up his first foul, fourth team foul now against Frank Hughes. Now Case Bryant brings the ball up the floor for the Cats. He swings it over to Canfield. Warren gets it across the Stegall over to Bryant in the corner. Bryant drives along the baseline, passes into Mosley. Now Mosley gives it to Bogus. Bogus with a little floater over the defender. No good, in and out. But Drew followed the shot, got the rebound, and with the putback, gets it a 64-27 advantage for Wayne County. Hazen Simmons brings the ball back up the floor, gets it out to Dykes. Dykes with a deep 3 look. Off the mark, front of the iron, no good, and Stegall clears out the rebound. Now Lawson brings it back up the floor for Wayne County. He swings it inside to Bogus. Now Bogus working, gives it out to Mosley. Mosley kicks it out to Bryant. Bryant back over to Lawson. Stegall working against Garcinet. Gives it over to Mosley. Now Mosley drives inside, puts up a runner, no good, but he's going to get fouled. I believe that's going to go against Witherspoon. And that's going to put Kaysen at the line to shoot 2. Both teams now in the bonus for the remainder of the quarter. Witherspoon picks up his first foul of the game.
Kaysen went in right there. He drove. The kid, it almost looked like he shoved him. I doubt he did. But, we're far away from down there, and he went to kind of go around him, got too much contact, put Kaysen on the ground. I wish Kaysen was able to finish that right there. That would have been nice.
Tucker Staggs checks back into the game for Frank Hughes, and Casey Franks checks into the game for Wayne County as Case Bryant goes to the sideline. Kaysen 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. Now Simmons with the basketball brings the ball back up the floor.
Clutch shot.
Drives around to the free throw line, pulls up, no good. Rebound collected by Kaysen Mosley. Yeah, just about did it, Will. And Mosley with the basketball swings it over to Casey Franks. Now Franks working against Simmons, gets it across to Lawson. Lawson brings it back around to the top of the key. He's working against Garcinet. He goes inside to Casey Franks. Franks had the ball there, brings it back out, gives it back to Stegall. Stegall gives it over to Warren G. Now Canfield drives, gets it back around to Mosley, who comes down the baseline. And nice. The pull-up is going to be good. Casey Mosley with another 2 points, 67-27 the score now, as we're inside of a minute to play here in the third quarter of action. Now Simmons brings the ball back up the floor, gives it back over to Staggs rather. Staggs now drives inside. Shot no good. Nice position there by Mosley to affect the shot and get the rebound.
No, he didn't.
And now he's going to come back up the floor, and Kaysen goes up, puts up the shot. It's going to be off the mark, no good. But we're going to get a foul called. I believe that's going to go against Tucker Staggs. That should be his, that's going against Garcinet. That's his first foul of the game, and that's going to put Mosley at the line to shoot 2.
Gakane almost got in position. Well, I ain't going to say he wasn't in position, but I don't think Mosley actually threw any contact. I think he was on the side of him right there.
Yeah.
I mean, Travis, good job, trying to get in position right there. It just didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Way to avoid it.
First shot by Kaysen is good. Second shot for Kaysen is going to be up and good as well. Now checking into the game for Wayne County, we've got number 44.
We're still in the third quarter, brother.
I believe is that Barrett Gallion?
Yeah, yes, that's Barrett Gallion.
42, Hudson Floyd, and number 40, Kyler Self check into the game for Wayne County as Mosley and Bogus go to the sideline. Now, Gakanet with a three-pointer off the mark, rebound brought down by Self. He gives it back out to Lawson. Lawson bounces it back inside to Kyler, and Kyler just loses the handle. Little fight for it there, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wayne County. 7.6 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be Frank Hughes basketball. And Simmons to inbound the ball, gets it over to Gassonet. He's going to bring it up, pass it ahead to Simmons. Now Simmons pulls up a three. It's going to be tapped out of bounds off Wayne County. So Wayne County basketball with 0.9 seconds to play here.
It should be Frank Hughes.
It should, okay, it is Frank Hughes basketball.
Because Casey Franks blocked that shot.
Franks with the block there. Ball out of bounds. And the inbound, Simmons is going to take the ball and hold it right there. Takes the city into the third quarter. Your score, Wayne County 69, Frank Hughes 27. Stay right here with us. We'll bring you fourth quarter action. You're listening to Wayne County basketball on Big Old.
We didn't say anything about the kid on the field. The only thing I said, when you said those same things, I said that.
Radio at the start of the fourth quarter. Your score, Wayne County 69, Frank Hughes 27. Wayne County has just has taken control of this game, third quarter, and
Wayne County
they went about as well as you could go. You know?
Yeah, see, Wayne County held Devin Dacus in lines in general to only 2 points. They were 2 for 4 from the free throw line right there during the third quarter.
Now Wayne County with the basketball to start the fourth quarter.
Wayne County scored 24 that quarter.
Franks gets the ball inside to Kyler Self, and Self with a spin move. We're going to get a call here. Is that a travel?
Yeah, he called a travel.
So they called the travel against Kyler Self. That's going to turn the ball back over to the lines. Dykes brings the ball back up the floor. He drives inside and goes to his left hand with a finish right up the middle of the lane. And now Stegall with the basketball brings the ball back up the floor for Wayne County.
He read that.
He read that perfectly. He tried to feed that inside the Self, and the pass intercepted by Dykes. Dykes brings it back up the floor and converts the layup for the finish. 69-31 the score now. Wayne County out in front. Pass over to Gallion. Gallion with a shot from the side of the rim, no good, but a nice rebound by Kyler Self, and Self gets the rebound and the putback. Makes it a 40-point game for the Cats out in front.
It's 2 games in a row for the Cats to score over 70.
Now Simmons with the basketball, passes back to Dykes. Dykes pulls up deep from 3, off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound collected by Gasonet, and tossed back in bounds to number 30. Who is that? That is, I don't have a 30.
That's Nate Lineberry.
Nate Lineberry, okay. We're going to get a foul called against Gallion. That's going to be his first foul of the game, first team foul against Wayne County here in the fourth quarter. We got a running clock here in the fourth quarter as Wayne County is out in front by 40. The pass to McLean. McLean with a 3-point shot off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound collected by Simmons. Simmons' shot is off the mark, no good. And that time the rebound brought out by Hudson Floyd. He passes over to Stegall. Stegall gets it across the floor to Franks. Inside to Barrett Gallion. Over the mark, no good. But Floyd with the rebound. Putback goes in and out of the rim. And this time Frank Hughes comes out with it. McLean with the basketball brings it back up the floor for the Lions.
These young guys got to be aggressive on the boards too. They can't just sit back and expect somebody else to get the rebound for them.
McLean drives the lane, and the shot off the mark. Rebound collected by Gallion. Lawson brings the ball back up the floor, swings it across to Casey Franks. Franks with a 3-pointer off the mark, no good. Self gets the ball, and he puts up a 3 from the corner. That one's no good. Now Gallion in position, gets the rebound. Putback. Gallion puts it through for 2 more. 73-31, Wayne County out in front over the Lions. Now Simmons brings the ball back up the floor. He drives inside, and we're going to get a foul called.
Should be on Lawson.
Against the Cats. I believe that's going to go against Lawson Stegall. That'll be his first foul, second team foul against Lawson, or against the Cats now, rather. And Hunter Skelton checks into the game for the Cats as Lawson Stegall goes back to the sideline. Now Simmons with the ball, gives it over to McLean, rather. McLean spins around, gets it back to Simmons. 3-pointer on the way, and that 3-point shot falls through, and it is good. Now Hudson Floyd brings the ball back over the floor for Wayne County. Gets the ball back over to Kyler Self. Self swings it back around to Skelton. Skelton back out to Floyd, over to Casey Franks. Franks down low to Self. Self with a nice body control, gets inside and converts the layup there. 75-34. We just got over 4 minutes to go here in the contest. Simmons brings the ball back up the floor for the Lions, working against Casey Franks, and we got a timeout called. Coach Love going to take a 30-second timeout here with 4:11 to play, and I don't know, I believe that may have been a timeout just to get a substitution in there. I'm not sure. I'll tell you what, man, these young Wildcats are coming in, and they're playing pretty good basketball here.
Yeah, and they got some shooters too. You know, they're leaving some guys open like Kyler and Lawson and all that. But I'm telling you, those guys can shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you leave them out there, and they'll put it up. So, you know, what aggressiveness by Barrett Gallion.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
That kid, he's just so happy to be able to be out here and play. It's been, you know, my math may not be mathing, but I think it's been about 2 years almost for him with the injuries.
McLean with a three-point shot off the mark, no good, and the attempt to save the ball for the Lions player touches it on the baseline, so that's going to turn the ball back over to the Cats. Now Skelton's going to bring the ball back up for Wayne County. Skelton goes down to Self. Kyler Self, he had the ball, loses the handle. Now the ball loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Wayne County, so it's going to be Frank Hughes basketball with about 3.5 minutes to go here in the contest. 75-34 your score. Wayne County way out in front. McLean passes inside, and the shot no good, but now we're going to get a foul called. It's going to go against Kyler Self. Self is going to pick up the foul underneath as, help me out with that name. That's Figao?
Number 21?
Yeah.
That's Braden Filial.
Filial with the shot off the mark, but he is going to get fouled by Kyler Self, and that's going to put Filial at the line to shoot two.
You know, you got another shooter for the Wildcats coming in. This kid right here can light it up from beyond the three if you get it.
Filial's first shot off the mark, no good. Bentley Littleton checks into the game for the Cats. Second shot for Filial is now on the way. That one's off the mark, no good as well. Now a fight for the rebound, and the ball out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Wayne County as Witherspoon fought. He grabbed the ball and tossed it back, and it bounced off a Wayne County player out of bounds. Not sure exactly who it touched last. Now the pass inbound to Gassonet. Gassonet over to Witherspoon. Now Witherspoon gives the ball back to Gassonet. He's working around the top of the key. He comes and drives. He's working to get Skelton there. Passes back out to Witherspoon. Now Witherspoon goes inside. He's going to kick it back out to McLean. McLean with a shot off the mark, no good. And Filial with the rebound. And Kyler Self is going to pick up another foul right there underneath the basket. That's going to put Filial back at the line.
Yeah, I think Kyler's catching the blonde right there.
Nope, no shooting foul there. It's going to be Frank Hughes basketball. Now Lawson Seagal and Casey Franks check back into the game as Hudson Floyd and Kyler Self go back to the sideline. Inbounds to Filial. Back over to, who is it, McLean. McLean shot off the mark, no good. Rebound collected by Lawson Seagal. Seagal's going to bring the ball back up the floor. He gets it over to Skelton. Skelton with a shot fake. Dribble comes inside, puts up the shot. It's going to be good, and he's going to get knocked to the deck on the shot. The shot should be good, so the basket is good for Hunter Skelton, and then he's going to get fouled on the shot as well, so that's going to put him at the line with an opportunity to convert on the three-point play. That foul going against McLean. That's his third foul. First team foul against Frank Hughes here in the fourth quarter.
Great job by Hunter Skelton. You know, that was a good clutch shot right there. Beautiful. And that made him knock down that free throw right there.
Nice body control.
Yeah.
You know, it was all there. Now checking into the game for Frank Hughes is going to be number 12, Jace Armitage. We're inside of a minute to play here in the fourth quarter. Wayne County going to come out victorious tonight. We're just now down to the final score, 78-34 the count right now, as Frank Hughes is working the ball around on the offensive end of the floor. The Wayne County section over here has come alive and making some noise, and now the rebound collected by the Cats. Seagal has the ball, brings it up the floor for the Cats, and he's just going to dribble out. Well, I thought he was going to dribble out, and then he tried to penetrate and go inside. He kicks it over to Skelton in the corner. Skelton drives down, runs right into his own guy.
And then they're going to call a push.
They Okay. They're going to call a push there against Phil.
That's 5.
That's, that's,
That's right. That's only 2.
it's only 2. So, 2 fouls. That's going to take us to the end of the game. Your final score, Wayne County 78, Frank Hughes 34. Folks, stay right here with us. We'll bring you final stats and analysis. You're listening to Wayne County Basketball. This is Big Oldies Radio. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, what was the final for us? I know theirs was
78.
Hey, that's what it was. He sent me a video of exactly what we said. The guy that
Again, the Big Oldies Radio. Your final score tonight, Wayne County 78, Frank Hughes 34. Will, you got some final stats for us, brother?
Yes, sir. For the Lions, I have number 5, Devin Dawkins with 12. Number 24, Wyatt McLean with 3. Number 20, Sammy Ray with 2. And number 31, Tucker Staggs with 2. Did I mention? Okay. And the leader for tonight's game is number 4, Hazen Simmons with 15 points, leading the Lions.
Big game for Hazen.
Yeah,
we had a
big
great game tonight.
34 points total for the Lions, and for our Wayne County High School Wildcats, we're thankfully almost, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, everybody scored except 5. So, that's a big deal, with a team that's got 15, 16 dressers,
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Number 10, Logan Davis, he has 7. Number 12, Case Bryant had 13. Number 32, Nate Beavis had 4. Number 33, Case Butler had 5. Number 21, Kaysen Mosley, and number 22, Drew Bogus, both had 7 to share. Number 5, Hunter Skelton had 3 with that and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 40, Kyler Seff came in clutch there at the end of the ball game, coming off the bench, scoring 4. And number 44, Barrett Guy, got him a big bucket down underneath. So leading the Wildcats, who can guess, right? It's going to be number 25, Cayman Canfield, with 26 points tonight. So congratulations to the Wildcats. What a victory tonight was. Like I said in the beginning, the Cats wanted to come out and try to establish their dominance in this district. With the exception of Perry County, Wayne County would come out and say, hey, we are a force to be reckoned with. You don't, when it comes to basketball, you don't want to mess with us this year. Our guys are here to make a point, just really proud of the team that they are, the young men that they're becoming, and the way that their character tonight on the floor. Both teams had great character. It was really good sportsmanship. I love it when two teams can come out and really compete with each other and still help each other up off the floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't see that much in college. As a matter of fact, coaches don't want that because somebody may have a hot head, somebody may have, or whatever the reason is in college, I don't think they really want them necessarily trying to pick up another player. Right. But in high school, I think that's a big deal, to have that type of sportsmanship with each other. And I don't remember the two that it was involved with. Right off the top of my head, I have to give some time to think about it, but some contact happened down there on the other end of the floor earlier in the game, and a Wildcat knocked over. Yeah, dude, it was no, I don't.
Oh, yeah, it's okay.
But anyways, he tripped over him and landed on him and tried to and he helped him up. It's a big deal because we're kind of a rival, between Frank Hughes and Wayne County here. Each year, both teams compete so hard. That's one thing I love about this county with the 3 high schools that we have. Their ability to come out and compete with each other, no matter how good or how bad the other team may be, no matter the records is what I mean by that. And because each team, I know Devin is what they consider to be the main scorer for that team tonight. Simmons held his own. Now he's probably had several games where he's had like that, but great job, Wayne County. I'm rooting for you. I'm proud of you. Go tomorrow night to Giles County, take care of business, and looking forward to a big rivalry on Friday night.
And that's what we talked about before the game. It was very important tonight for multiple reasons. I mean, we wanted to get back in the win column, but, the win tonight pretty much guarantees and locks up the number 2 seed for us going into the district tournament, regardless of what happens Friday night now. So it takes a little bit of pressure off of the Cats, gives them an opportunity to play a little bit more freely on Friday.
Yeah.
Like you said, we got 2 more big games coming up this week. Tomorrow, Lady Cats and Wildcats can be traveling to Giles County, playing against Giles County High School tomorrow night. That is going to be available for us. Those of you that aren't going to make the trip over to Pulaski, you can catch that on WCHS Sports on YouTube. Thanks to John Harper for bringing that action to us. And then back here Friday night, this coming Friday night, we've got Collinwood coming into this gym to close out the regular season in a big-time rivalry game.
I love that we do that in football, and I love that we're doing it in basketball. I don't know if it's always been that way. It's not something I ever really called as far as basketball goes, but it's and like I said, it doesn't. I don't know their record. Like on the top of my head, I don't know theirs, Collinwood or Clifton's. I have to look at a piece of paper to figure that out. But it doesn't matter to me because, we've had some really good teams in the past. You go up there and you look up there on the banner for those 3 teams that I was able to be a part of. We still had some run-ins with Collinwood.
Yeah.
They had a guy, Lucas Robbins, back in the day, could jump out of the gym, and they got a few guys right now that can play. So and I know their coach, I know he's coaching them hard, trying to get them prepared and get them ready for this big matchup against Wayne County. Because even if it didn't mean anything at all as far as standing goes, it still means something. And that's what's big, that's what's important. And I know I'm going to say it 100 times, and you're going to hear me say it 100 more before the end of basketball season, but I'm so proud of these Wildcats.
Yeah. This gym will be rocking Friday night.
It's going to be packed.
We know that. And so we encourage you, come on out, support your Wildcats. If you're a Collinwood fan, come on out, support your Trojans. Yeah. We're going to look forward to closing out the regular season this coming Friday night. We'll bring you that action here on WCHS Sports. Like I said, tomorrow night, the game in Giles County. You can catch that on WCHS Sports on YouTube. But tonight, Lady Cats and Wildcats both victorious against Frank Hughes. Improves the record for both teams as we get ready to wind down the regular season at the end of this week and we get into the district tournament next week. We'll bring you all that action. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. For myself, Jacob Kitchens, Will Mosley, here doing color, and all the guys back in the studio, we appreciate you. You guys have a great night. We'll catch you Friday night for the Collinwood game right here at Wayne County High School. You've been listening to Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies Radio.